All right, we are live now. I gotta get the opening.
Right, we're not doing the thing yet. I was trying to be quiet, but yeah.
Okay, now 10 seconds of silence starting in 3, 2.
Coming to you direct from Silencer Shop Studios, home of the Glass Case of Emotion.
SilencerShop.com, the easiest way to buy silencers online, period.
Stand by for education, enlightenment, enjoyment, and entertainment.
He's not here to talk about your feelings. He's not here to say what you want to hear. He's here to say what needs to be said.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, please welcome your host, the pimp hand of America, Professor Paul Markle.
Hey, welcome back to Wednesday's Student of the Gun Radio. Thank you for being out there in the Student of the Gun audience. We certainly appreciate it. And Jared, you know what's interesting to me?
What is interesting to you?
Well, what did we do on Monday? We talked about Civil War and how our getting on Facebook and writing these long, reasonable diatribes about, on our side, people on our side need to stop.
Yeah.
All right. When we were doing show prep,
Yeah.
I usually, you know what I do for when I encounter a story that I think I want to use on the radio. I save it on my Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'll like copy paste it to my personal one. So I'm over there and I'm looking for stories, and I see an acquaintance, somebody who not necessarily a buddy or a friend, but he's somebody that's in the industry like I am. Posted a 3 or 4 paragraph long, couple of 100-word admonition to the gun culture to stop calling for civil war, or to stop saying, okay, bring it. And that was not the person I was talking about on Monday. Completely, totally different person.
Well, there we go. We should send them the link to that episode.
Well, I mean, it'll be out on, whatever. But yeah, completely different person, totally different. But it's the, well, on our side, we need to stop saying that, because if we do engage in that, then we'll just all be, every one of us, Democrats and Republicans and everyone, will be all worse off. God in heaven. It's like arguing over the merits of whether or not there should be a hurricane off the coast of Georgia. You're sitting there in Savannah and you're going to argue with your friends on Facebook whether or not it's right that there would be a hurricane off the coast of Savannah. You're like, I don't think it's right, and I don't think we should talk about it. And it's not helpful to anyone. It's like arguing about the weather, man. It's gonna happen. The whether or not you're prepared for it is the question. Last winter, Jared, did we have a pretty mild winter here out west?
Yes, we did.
We did. Are you glad that you didn't prepare for a hard winter?
No.
Because you were prepared, weren't you?
Yeah.
Did you have warm jackets and gloves and hats and all the stuff that you would need for a hard winter?
Flamethrowers, everything, yeah.
Yeah. So did I. And yet we had a mild winter. But I didn't get to April and say, damn, that was a total waste of my time being all prepared and, having all the gloves and hats and stuff. Wow, I wish I wouldn't have done that. You know how you can prepare your brain and get your mind right? It's really easy. You go to this little site called patriotbookshelf.com. patriotbookshelf.com, and it will take you to our recommended reading list. Lots and lots and lots of information to help you get your brain right, and to entertain you, to educate you, to inform you. And yeah, some of my books are on there, but most of the books that are on there aren't mine. They're just books that you should be reading. So, and it's a service that we do for you here at Student of the Gun. All right. If you would like to be a part of the grad program, you really should. Speaking of those freaks, are they watching us right now?
Yes.
So the freaks in the grad program are watching us right now.
There's a couple.
Live via. What are they live via?
They're in the student lounge. They're logged into members.studentofthegun.com.
All right, they're in the student lounge. Well, very cool. And you can have access to the student lounge, which is available on your laptop or your iPad or your phone or whatever, when you go to getsotg.com, getsotg.com, for all the goodness that is the bonus hour and the bonus hour 1, bonus hour 2, tactical tutors, discounts. If you use the discounts that we give you, you actually save more money than you would spend being a member of the grad program. So you actually come out ahead. You're like, I don't want to come out ahead. I want to come out behind. Okay, well, do whatever you want to do. This is America. All right. Well, every Wednesday, we like to do a Brownells Bullet Points Guns and Gear segment. And today is no different than any other Wednesday. Okay, we're going to talk about guns and gear. Number 1, buy Genuine Glock magazines. I know the Magpul ones work, but if you're going to carry magazines, you're going to use magazines for serious purposes, fighting, I would just buy the factory models. And you can get them. They're available. They're not that bad price-wise. As a matter of fact, they're pretty dang good. If you price genuine G-Lock mags, and then you go and price something else like SIG or HK or Walther or I don't know, Smith & Wesson, you're probably going to come away and say, Glock magazines are a bargain. Yeah, exactly. I think somebody told me the other day they were pricing HK mags. They're like, damn, those people are proud of those things, aren't they? I was like,
is it because they're metal and the Glock mags are polymer?
Yeah, no, it's because they have a capital H and a capital K emblazoned on them. That's why. So step number 1, if you're going to feed a G-Lock or a NAC-9, if you're going to do that, just buy good Glock mags and drive on with your life, and you'll have a happy day. Now, the other thing that I put onto the NAC-9 is a Vortex optic, and the reason I did this is because everybody on the intranets and in our little groups, they're always jibber-jabbering about the Vortex, right? Think about the Vortex. Vortex this, Vortex that, Vortex Vortex. And I'll have to admit to you that in my time being a gun dude, I've only had and used one Vortex optic. And it was the Strike Fire, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do something a little bit different for this project. So I went to the Brownells website and I ordered the Vortex Optics Crossfire. And it's a mini red dot. It's a little red dot, and it has the same footprint as a T1 or an H1, which is important. It's a 2 MOA red dot, and the battery life is 7,000 hours. And you guys are like, whoa, only 7,000 hours? Aren't they supposed to be 10, 20, 30, 40,000 hours? Why is it only 7? Well, I'm going to tell you why, if you let me explain. If you buy an aim point T1 micro, 50,000 hour battery, right? 50,000. The Crossfire right now on the Brownells website is $149.99. You're not going to find an aim point for $149.99. Okay. But let's take a look at the new Hollow Sun. Brownells has and I used this one on the last project I did. As a matter of fact, it was the doop-a-doo-doop-a-doo. Which one did I put it on? Feces. Zach, which one did I put it on? Oh, the 9mm.
Yeah, I would say, no, you named a gun Feces.
No. No, the 9mm pistol project that I did. How can I forget that? It was a fun project. So I ordered the new Hollow Sun, and this is the model HS503GU, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. That one's has 50,000 hour battery life. And you're like, damn, man. The other one has 7,000? Yeah. You know how much the brand new model of Hollow Sun costs? $241.49. Oh, yes, indeed. They use the same batteries. And the question that you have to ask yourself is if you say, I want a mini red dot for my rifle, for my pistol, for my shotgun, for whatever. Okay, rock on, drive on. You want that thing. And you say, well, this one only has 7,000 hours of battery time, and this one has 50,000 or 30 or 40 or whatever. What's the difference? How much money you want to spend? Really? I mean, they're both, I've actually only had the Vortex optic on the NAC 9 for a week now or so. And I did one serious range session. I went out and zeroed it and so forth. And I don't anticipate it having a problem, but yeah, that is the question you need to ask yourself when it comes to, like for instance, battery life. And a lot of people, like for instance, this one, the Vortex says it is not night vision compatible. Night vision compatible? Answer is no. Hollow Sun night vision compatible? The answer is yes. If that doesn't matter to you, if you're like, I don't care. I'm never going to night vision at my gun, so who cares? If it doesn't matter to you, then you don't need to spend the money. And if you don't mind changing batteries, then don't spend the money. Don't spend the money. Now the Hollow Sun, it's 50,000 hour battery life for the medium setting, right? So right now, if you were to go into my gun safe, if you opened it up and you pulled out that 9mm pistol that I put the optic on, you put it up to your shoulder and there'd be a dim red dot in your face because I don't even shut it off. I mean, it's 50,000 hours. You do the math and tell me how many years that is. So today, for our Brownells Bullet Points Guns and Gear, it's a two-parter. Number one, just buy good Glock magazines. If you're gonna do serious work, self-defense and all that, if you're gonna carry a gun to keep yourself alive, just spend the money on the factory mags. You won't be sorry. And red dot options, there's a lot of different red dots out there. I wanted to try the Vortex, what is it? Hollowfire, Spitfire, Crossfire. And so far, so good. I don't have any complaints with it. I'm going to continue to work with it, and I'll let you guys know. But if you want more features and you want longer battery life, then you just got to pay a little bit more. And the truth of the matter is, though, the Hollow Sun, like, man, it's 241. The other one's 149. Yeah, but 241 is pretty darn inexpensive compared to a $600 aim point, isn't it? Oh, yeah, you're right. Exactly. All right. If you're at Brownells and you're shopping around, you might as well add some frog lube to your cart because you're there and you're going to need it. Frog lube's green, minty, fresh. It's a bio-based firearms lubricant, U.S. veteran-owned company, and it's extreme. It works. Check those guys out at froglube.com or, pick it up at Brownells. Century Arms. You can get Century Arms guns from Brownells. But you can get Century Arms guns from your local dealer, too. If you'd like to find a local dealer, I'm pretty sure you can go to their website and click the Find a Local Dealer. Isn't that convenient? I know, it's crazy, right? Sweetest smelling arms maker in the U.S. of A, centuryarms.com. Duracoat, because life is too short to have an ugly gun. And I think by the time I get back from my mini vacation, Jared, I'm going to have my Duracoat selection for the NAC 9. Yes, indeed. If you'd like to pick up Duracoat products like the gun tattoos, slightly darker black, World War II olive drab green, whatever, go to DuracoatFirearmFinishes.com. Now, SWAT Fuel, they're friends. They could be your friend. They are many of your friends. They want you to have a stronger body and a sharper mind. Not next week, not next month, not next year. They want you to do it now. And they've got the gear, the equipment. They've got stuff to help you. And it's called 9mm plus P, regular 40 cal multivitamins, the 44 Magnum protein powder, all there. Go to SWATfuel.com and use the promo code SOTG on checkout, and you're going to save yourself some money. Money. Lordy. Nobody's going to help me out, huh? Okay.
I'm doing most stuff. Also, I'm here. I don't think I've said hi yet.
Say hi, Zach. Come on, man.
Hi.
Hi, Zach. Come
Hi.
on, man.
Hi. All right. Let's talk about being dangerous on demand. Let's talk about being an armed citizen. It's time for... It is time for our Student of the Gun homeroom, brought to you by Crossbreed Holsters. All right, ladies and gentlemen, crossbreedholsters.com. If you go there and use the promo code SOTG18, SOTG18, you're going to save yourself some money. Write that down and use it. Topic of the week. Did you put that in there? Did I put that in there? I don't think I put that in there. That was from last week. We're going to go ahead and make that go away. Got a story from USA Today, or the American Pravda. And this is another one of those that they put this on the national edition of the USA Today, not because it's going to help you in any way, but because it will make you feel bad and make you be willing to surrender some of your liberty for greater government control. Toddler dies from self-inflicted gunshot wound in California. I thought they had lots and lots of laws in California, and that these things don't happen in places that have good laws. You know, if you ask Nanny Bloomberg's favorite call girl, or if you ask the, what are those other dipsticks, the Handgun Control Incorporated or whatever, the ones that rate states by whether or not they have good laws or bad laws. You know, according to them, California is right at the top of lots and lots of good laws. So how does this happen? A 2-year-old boy accidentally shot himself in the head Saturday and died. Police said the toddler's parents were not at home during the shooting in Fresno, California, but 2 adults were at the house. One of the adults was the father's fiance and the father's fiance's friend. Okay. When officers arrived, yada, 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 it's not immediately clear who owns the firearm and why the child had it. The child was in a bedroom when he shot himself with the gun. So the 2-year-old was left alone with the fiance and the fiance's friend and unsupervised. How many of you have ever raised a 2-year-old? I have. I've raised a 2-year-old. How many of you allow the 2-year-old to roam freely throughout the house? Well, unless you are a mongoloid, the answer is no, I don't do that, Paul, because a 2-year-old could get into trouble at any point, at any moment, day or night. A 2-year-old is an accident waiting to happen. They walk up and the
accident happened 2 years and 9 months ago.
Yeah, they go up and they grab the tablecloth. You know, when you have 2-year-olds, you're not supposed to have tablecloths anymore. Because why? Because they grab them and they pull everything from the table down onto them. So you got to get rid of tablecloths. When you have 2-year-olds, you have to put the latches on your doors way up high so they can't just push the door open and walk right out onto the porch. I
would never do that.
With 2-year-olds, you have to cover up the wall sockets. With 2-year-olds, you have to latch the cabinets. With 2-year-olds, you have to pretty much child-proof or psycho-proof your home. Now, Jared, do you believe that they're going to use this story to say, see, guns are bad and we need more laws? Or do you think they're going to say, why in the name of all that's holy did these 2 supposed adults leave this 2-year-old alone to just freelance in the house? That's a good question, Paul.
No, it's not. Guns are bad. Shut up.
Yeah, guns are bad. It's the gun's fault. California law requires guns to have an approved locking device. If a child is injured or dies from a gun that isn't stored safely, the gun owner could be found guilty of a misdemeanor or a felony. Oh,
Felony neglect.
yeah.
I assume.
So no, yeah. So all right. I don't know the exact circumstances of this, but what if we said, since I don't know, day one, if you have kids, people are like, well, I have kids in my house, so I keep the self-defense home protection gun is locked in a safe in the closet of the master bedroom on the second floor of the house.
Good luck saving those kids.
And they're like, and I feel like I'm a responsible, intelligent adult for doing that. Well, that's great if the gun is a toy. Now, if the purpose of that gun is to save lives, locking it in a safe in a closet on the second floor in the master bedroom, probably not going to help you a lot. Not going to help you a lot. What could you do instead, maybe, Jared? Do you think if you have kids in your house and you want to be able to defend their lives with a firearm, where could you put the gun as a parent where you would always know where it was and where you would always have control over it?
I'm going to go with on your person.
Is there any place you could do that? Are there devices available or objects that you can purchase that would allow you to keep a gun secured safely to your body?
I think so.
No, that doesn't
I think
exist.
it's actually. Are we on the? Yeah, we're on the public hour. Never mind.
Be careful what you say, fool. You get us in trouble. All right. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't know what's going on in Fresno other than apparently all those wonderful gun laws failed.
Fresno subs.
I'm guessing that no one else is going to point this out, but gun laws don't keep humans safe. You can't pass enough laws to make up for irresponsible, negligent human behavior. What? No. If we had one more law, everyone would be safe. Yep, everyone would be safe. All right, let me take a break, drink some water, let Alex talk, and we'll come back. And we're going to examine some carjackings that went down in Florida and how they played out.
Attention, new listeners. We produced a complimentary online training course called 7 Training Tips That Could Save Your Life. Get instant access by joining the Student Lounge for free at studentofthegun.com. Do you watch Student of the Gun TV, read the blog, and follow us on Facebook? If you answered no to any of these questions, you are wrong, but you can easily fix yourself. Go to studentofthegun.com to find everything SOTG.
All right. A couple of days ago when I was had some time on my hands, I was looking at my laptop and I opened up ammoland.com and I was going through the top stories and I was reading them and I came across this story by Bob Irwin. Personal guns defeat 2 Florida carjackings by the same attacker. I want to know more. I'm going to dive in. Dateline USA Today, ammoland.com, July 10th, 2018. Story by Bob Irwin. WSVN TV 7 and WJXT Fox 30 reported on 6/12/18 in Jacksonville, Florida. The incident began when a 36-year-old suspect robbed a Walmart liquor store and attempted to flee in a silver Ford SUV. Witness said that the vehicle would not start. He first tried to carjack a male driver at knife point, cutting him on his arms and legs. That's not nice.
A male driver, like as in a dude, or a male driver as in a male truck driver?
No, MALE. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
A masculine driver. The driver said, this is a quote, I reached in between my glove box and my console, between my seats, reached down and got my weapon and brandished it for him. He was like, don't shoot me. I was like, then get out of here. Okay, that's a direct quote from the story. I reached in between my glove box and my console, between my seats, reached down and got my weapon and brandished it for him. Shouldn't it be at him? But anyway, he was like, don't shoot me. I was like, then get out of here. So this dude had already been cut with a knife, and he was feeling benevolent enough not to shoot this mofo? Jared, if someone attacks you with a knife, is that deadly force? Is that the threat of deadly force?
Absolutely.
Maybe,
Yes, it is.
maybe he wasn't serious. Maybe he was just joshing. Maybe he was just jostling. Maybe he was just jostling around.
There, well, he's not a woman, so he
He
shouldn't.
could have been jostling around. Okay, so
Where
wait.
did the term "just joshing" you come from?
Joshing. I have no idea.
Pennsylvania Josh. It came from the show Drake and Josh.
No. Okay. So victim number one, after being cut on his arms and legs by a knife-wielding attacker, pulls out his gun and says, hey, stop it. And the guy's like, well, don't shoot me. Well, then get out of here and go do better things with your life. Remember what I said about people who you scare off with guns? What they'll probably do is they'll probably realize, that was close. I need to rethink my life. They'll kind of have that CTJ moment, and they'll say, I need to rethink my life, and I'm not going to do this anymore. Oh, no more. I'm done. I'm going to live my life better. Or they could do exactly what I know based upon my multiple decades of life on this earth. The suspect jumped out of the passenger seat. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He left. The suspect then jumped into the passenger seat of a woman's car in a Starbucks drive-thru. Jared, are you there? I need your help.
Yes,
I can help you.
Zach can help me. Anybody can help me. Do they still show Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man? I mean, the first one, man.
Tobey Maguire?
Yeah, Tobey Maguire, man. Is that still available in the United States of America?
Yes, I own on VHS.
You do?
I do.
Probably.
Have most Americans never... Do they not know the story of Uncle Ben?
Well, here's the thing. It's not so much the movie. It's like the comics, too.
Yeah, in the comics.
The whole Uncle
the story
Ben
of
thing.
Uncle... Does no one in America, or does not every American citizen know the story of Uncle Ben in Spider-Man? See, Peter Parker had the opportunity. He had the ability and the opportunity to stop a felon, a violent armed felon robber person. He had the ability and the opportunity to stop that person from fleeing, getting away, and going. Now, Jared, what are we told by multiple security experts in America after every time there is a robbery? The security experts go on TV and they say,
shut up.
Don't get involved.
Don't get involved. That's it.
Look at the ground.
Yep.
Try to be a good witness. Don't struggle. Don't fight. Just let them take whatever it is they want. Okay. So the suspect then jumps into the passenger seat of a woman's car in a Starbucks drive-thru. Police said the woman got out of her car and grabbed. So apparently it wasn't her turn at the front yet. I don't know. She got out of her car and grabbed a pistol from her
purse.
No.
Glove box.
No.
Under her seat.
Trunk.
Why is it in the trunk?
Pointing it at, and there's a missing word. It says pointing it at, and he ran off. Must have been at him.
Probably.
So he ran off. Ultimately, police found the suspect inside the bathroom of a Supercuts. He surrendered without. Jared, are you looking at this story? You have it open?
Handling back end stuff.
Oh, okay. You're handling the back end.
You think
Because the word resistance has an umlaut, or not an umlaut, but it has a
parentheses?
No, it has a what do you call it when you put a little comma right over the top of the word or the letter?
Asterisk? No, asterisk.
No. It's not a umlaut. It's not a, or is it an umlaut?
No, it's not. It's absolutely not.
The 2 dots is an umlaut.
Yeah, 2 dots and umlaut. Okay. The word resistance in this story, it's R emphasized E SIST. So without resistance,
I guess.
I'm just playing, but still, when I see things like that in print, I'm like, what? Yeah. According to an arrest report, the 36-year-old told police, the reason I was running is I didn't want somebody because somebody was after me. Oh, get this.
The police?
He's charged with strong arm robbery, felony, carjacking with a weapon, felony, aggravated weapon, a battery with a deadly weapon, felony, and trespassing.
And he's been released on bail as of this recording.
No, actually,
okay, good.
He was charged with trespassing, and the U.S. Marshals showed up and killed him.
Oh, there we go. That's easy.
So, end of story, yeah. Right?
Just
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
So, the final thing is comments. The guy tried to carjack 2 people, but both pulled out guns to protect themselves. You gotta love those armed citizens in Florida. Not really.
Kinda.
Here's what I wrote in my show notes. These are 2 of the luckiest fools in America. One stabbed in the arms and legs while he's fishing for a gun that's wedged down between the seats and the console. Good idea or bad idea? Not good idea. Second one, armed citizen, kinda, not really.
Their hearts
the
are in their
gun
place.
is locked in my trunk. The reason that these 2 people are alive today, and the reason that more people were not injured or killed by this guy, is because, fortunately for us, many criminals are inept. Not all, certainly not all. Many are hyper violent.
Yes.
As this guy who was, I mean, he showed a propensity for deadly force violence when he was stabbing victim A with a knife. But victim A never saw or read the comic books. He doesn't know that you're not supposed to let him get away because they're going to kill Uncle Ben.
Yep.
The fact that this guy did not kill or harm anyone else is basically miraculous.
Yeah.
If only in the United States of America, if there were a way for Florida gun owners to actually secure a gun in place and attach it to themselves so they could get easy access to it, but they could also control it all the time.
If only.
Well, what I usually do is I get in my truck and I just shove my gun down, between the seats, because that's what you do.
Yeah. Do we want to kind of throw in an example of someone who knew what they were doing, or do you have something else to say real quick?
Oh, no, do you have one?
Yeah. You might have seen this video already, and I don't think we've talked about it.
Is it from D'Iberville?
Yeah, like D'Iberville?
Yeah.
Mississippi?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Wisconsin.
Go ahead. Oh, it's from Wisconsin. Go ahead.
There were these 2 women working in the kitchen of a restaurant.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Okay, you saw? Have we talked about that yet?
No.
Okay, you want to talk about that?
She should have shot that guy.
Yeah, but yeah. She at least had it on her.
Yeah. Oh no, we talked about that. We talked about that with Marty.
We did?
Did we talk about that with Marty?
Jared, did we talk about that with Marty?
I thought we did.
I don't think we talked about that one.
Well, there we go. You're welcome.
She whips out a gun and she used it as an intimidation tool.
And why did she do that?
Oh, I don't know, because she was afraid not to shoot him or something.
No, what?
No, she had a gun on her. Okay, good.
Okay.
She had a gun on her
real quick, going back a little further, her coworker's boyfriend came into the kitchen and socked her in the face, and before he could, do anything else, the one woman whipped out her gun and pointed at her, and the guy left. Him and the guy left.
Yeah. So now a lot of people are like, it's a good thing she didn't, because he didn't have a gun in his hand or a knife or anything, and she'd be in prison right now, and he'd be walking.
Also,
disparity of force.
Never mind.
Yeah, those are the people that are not familiar with disparity of force and have not graduated from the armed living class. But all of you guys out there, as soon as I said that, you're like, oh, Mr. Cotter, I know the answer to that. It's called disparity of force. It's called that the courts don't expect a small to petite woman to defend herself mano a mano against a monster like this person was.
Did you go in depth on disparity of force in the Armed Living DVD by any chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are a new listener, or if you're young and you've never heard of the disparity of force, Professor Paul did an entire segment about that in the Armed Living DVD. So just go to armedlivingdvd.com and you can take it from there.
There you go. So moral of the story is, yeah, 2 gun owners stopped an inept person from committing any more. They're both 2 of the luckiest fools that own guns in Florida. It's amateur hour. When people go through our classes, Jared, how often we say, look, now that you've been through the class, now that you've taken the training, now that you have the information, it's time to stop doing stupid crap. That's amateur hour. We're not amateurs anymore. We're going to do it right. I mean, this story is right on the heels of what? It was a Houston or Dallas, where the woman, chased down the van, jumped in, pulled the gun out of the glove compartment. Yeah.
Lucky.
I don't know. Every time I think, you know what, Paul? Everybody gets it. Everybody knows. Everyone understands. You can retire. I get this. So the answer is obviously I can't. According to the clock, I think it's about time for me to be quiet. Isn't it true, guys?
That is true. It's about 37 minutes in. So if you have anything that you want to wrap up with, let's go ahead and do that, and I'll cue up the music.
All right, we'll put the wrap on this. So, number 1, carry your gun.
Yeah.
Carry your gun. And one of the main reasons that people don't is because they purchase inferior equipment. They buy the cheapest holster they can find, the cheapest belt they can find. They don't even buy a belt. They're just like, well, I got a belt at home in the closet. It'll work. The same thing, right?
Yeah.
No. Buy quality gear. It's like tires for your truck, man. Tires for your truck, tires for your car. You can buy cheap tires if you can find them, but you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it in the long run. If you're going to invest in, there's certain things that you shouldn't chintz on, and you shouldn't chintz, if you're thinking, well, I'm going to pay $1,000 for the pistol and $10 for the holster, I got an idea. Why don't you pay $900 for a pistol and $100 for a holster and call it good, because it's nonsensical thinking.
Or you could spend $400 on the pistol, $100 on the holster, and put $500 in the bank.
And then take all that with ammo to a class.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Prepared, intelligent, trained people generally tend to fare far better in bad situations than unprepared people that are just kind of making it up as they go along. Oh, but I forgot. What do we know? I'm a man. I'm a smart person. I know what I'm doing. I don't need to waste my money on your training class. There you go. Yeah. Or my favorite one is, and this comes from women as well as men. Well, I'm not stupid. If I ever have to, I'll know what to do. There you go. All right.
Why do I need training? I got a dog and I know how to pull a trigger.
Yeah, anybody can do that. I'm going to be back tomorrow for bonus hour number 1 for our grad program members. Yep. And then I'll be back Friday for bonus hour numero 2 for our grad program members. And thank you very much to all of you who are. If you'd like to become one, go to getsotg.com. For the rest of you, remember, you should be you're a student once. I'm sorry, the opposite. Strike that, reverse it, just like Willy Wonka. Beginner once. Zach's rolling his eyes at me. Zach, stop rolling your eyes at me.
You're beginning once, student for life.
Thank
there
you,
you
Zach.
go.
We appreciate your reviews. If you haven't left a review or updated yours recently, head on over to Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, or your favorite podcast player to voice your opinion. Don't forget to join us at the Student Lounge, a place for like-minded individuals to learn, connect, and support each other. No chicanery will be tolerated. Remember to check studentofthegun.com daily for new, free content and giveaways. Watch, listen, read, shop, and connect at studentofthegun.com. Are you a social butterfly? Connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for new content each and every day at Student of the Gun. Watch Student of the Gun TV and videos from our trusted partners on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Chromecast, and even AirPlay. Go to studentofthegun.com for direct links, and remember, you're a beginner once, a student for life.
All right. Anything you guys want to say before I disconnect from the live stuff?
Live?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
My brain is fried, and I'm sure Dad's is too. So I'm gonna stop this, and
Other stuff I need to do as well.
done. DUN and done.